Hey everyone, welcome back to IGN Live 2026. Razer has been making fantastic peripherals for PC and console games for ages, but their brand new Razer Viper V4 Pro might just be their best mouse yet. Here to tell me all about the Razer Viper V4 Pro is Colby Hornick from Razer. How you doing, Colby?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us here at IGN Live to talk about this brand new product. Tell me about the Razer Viper V4 Pro.
Yeah.
How did this come to be?
Yeah, years in the making. The Viper V4 Pro is our latest iteration of our symmetrical esports mouse. So we're building on what we started with the Viper V3 Pro. Just launched a few months ago. It is our most precise, most responsive, fastest mouse that we've ever made, and we had to do a lot of redesigning on the internals to shed some weight and make it absolutely perfect, including the build quality.
This is a slick looking mouse. It's also super lightweight.
49 grams.
You were not kidding about shaving off some of that weight. Who's the target audience for a product like this? Like, who are you trying to market to?
The sweatier, the better. You know, whatever your sweaty game is. Obviously, Valorant is a big one. When we launched the Viper V3 Pro 2 years ago now, it was quickly well received from the community and became the #1 mouse for Valorant players according to Pro Settings, which is like just a website that tracks what gear they use across all the board. So the Viper V3 was the #1 most used mouse. So it's designed like top down, all for peer performance, Valorant, FPS, competitive rank, League. We worked very closely with Faker, the unkillable Demon King, to bring this mouse to life. So
the GOAT, I love it. So talk to me about the specs in comparison to the V3. What are the differences?
So it doesn't, like, if you just look at it, it doesn't look like much has changed, and that's because in mice we say shape is king. So when you find a shape that like players really love, you don't want to mess with it. So the shape is the same, but everything else has been completely redone top to bottom. The insides have all been redone to make the sidewalls 72% stiffer, so the build quality is just absolutely perfect, no creaking ever, perfectly weight balanced in the middle. We're running an optical trifecta of an optical sensor, an optical scroll wheel, and optical clicks, so everything is pristine, fast, perfect every single time. And then we also have a new generation of wireless platform that allowed us to pretty much double the battery life that we can give back to players.
Wow. All right. Well, I think we've talked a lot about it. We need to see it in action. Let's take it for a drive.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I'm going to jump into Valorant. I'm going to let you guys know I'm not a pro. Okay. I'm not TenZ. I'm not Faker, but I'll do my best here. Everybody cool with that? Yeah?
You're going to do great. You're going to do great.
All right. So we talked a little bit about the specs. Tell me what makes this mouse so good for professionals and like how it can stand up in those most tough environments.
Simply put, it's the way that we build it. We build this mouse from top to bottom for pros. We work with them every step of the way. In the case of the Viper V3 Pro, that mouse was tested across, I think, like 45 different tournaments, tested with 60 different pros before it came out. The Viper V4 Pro set a world record for highest combat average score on a Valorant map before it came out, so it's a lot of testing. And then it's all about refinement. We want to give all those microseconds and milliseconds back to players. That's all done from our Focus Pro 50K optical sensor Gen 3. It's full of advanced features that'll allow you to keep micro adjustments in your aim, but then snap 180 degrees in a single flick. And we call that dynamic sensitivity. The mouse is completely customizable. It really is just top-down, built out to be a killing machine. And that's super important in games with like super low TTKs, like in Valorant, where you only have less than a second to win that gunfight.
Well, it feels fantastic. Please ignore my horrible aim.
Everything's dying.
Talk to me about the optical sensor on this thing. It's got a ton of features, frame sync, smart tracking, is that right?
Yeah, smart tracking, frame sync, asymmetrical cutoff, dynamic sensitivity. There are more features in this thing than I think our engineers probably enjoyed installing, but we wanted to make sure that we gave players every single option. The real big one is a feature called frame sync. And the best part about this is every player gets this benefit. They will never have to turn it on. But to explain it, we kind of have to go into a time machine and take a look at mice a few years ago. And old mice, current gen gaming mice, there are 3 things that need to happen for you to register your shot. Your PC needs to pull or look for the data from your mouse, your sensor needs to capture that data, and then your MCU needs to prepare that data to be sent over. Those 3 things happen individually, and that results in lag, jitter, very inconsistent aim, and high input lag for players. Frame sync allows us to sync those 3 things up perfectly every single time. So now our sensor knows pretty much the exact moment when you're going to move that mouse, and it'll send that signal at the exact moment that the PC is looking for it. And this will, the benefit to players is twofold. One, it's smoother tracking. So if you have a Viper V3 and a V4, the V4 will just feel smoother right out of the box. The other benefit is battery life. We're using way less power looking for those movements. So Viper V3, 90 hours of battery life, super great. Viper V4 Pro, 180 hours of battery life.
Oh, wow, that's a big improvement.
Yeah, big improvement, and we made it faster. So we're cutting off all the microseconds and milliseconds players want to make it faster, stronger, and better, and allowing you to play longer.
Amazing. Now, this does also have a Razer's Hyperspeed Wireless Gen 2.
Yes.
How does that work with the V4 Pro?
I think players would know that as the 2.4 gigahertz connection between like your mouse and your PC. Ours is called Hyperspeed Wireless, and it's because we invented it way back in like 2019. So this is something that controls not only just your polling rate, but just the frequency in which your mouse talks to the computer. Our Gen 2 platform is 55% more power efficient and 60% faster. Oh, wow. And it has a compounding effect as you go from 1,000 hertz to 2,000 to 8,000. And that's why you continue to see that battery number, again, go from 90 all the way up to 180. The other benefit of our Hyperspeed Wireless platform is every other manufacturer, their round trip from mouse to computer back to mouse takes about 125 microseconds. We'll do it in 80. So every click, every flick, everything that you're doing in that mouse, you're just shaving off time to be able to allow you to shoot faster and better.
Yeah, especially after getting a couple of practice rounds in here, it feels super smooth to go from one target to the next. Talk to me about this guy. What is
the dongle. Yeah, that we heard the feedback from the community and pro players. Our trapezoid dongle maybe wasn't a fan favorite, so we redesigned it. It's now in a hemisphere design, and that allows us to fit a bigger, more robust antenna in it, which allows us to then give you that next generation wireless platform. And then you also have LED indicators. The first one being your battery life, connection status, and then your polling rate. So quick little at a glance, how good is my mouse connection? You can see here at IGN Live in the middle of your play pit, surrounded by cameras and electronic equipment, you're green across the board with wireless signal.
Yeah, it is super responsive. Now, this is part of a family of products, is that right?
Yeah, Razer looks to break their products into families. And the best way I can describe it is it's really about where you play. So if you're someone who's going to be super sweaty and want to grind a competitive ladder, we have the Viper, which is our symmetrical esports mouse, top of the line. And then we have the Death Adder, which is the ergonomic esports mouse, again, top of the line. We have our Huntsman V3 Pro 8K keyboard. Again, this is promised to be the fastest and most accurate keyboard on the market, and that's inclusive of anything that's Hall effect, but I don't think you nerds are ready for that conversation. And then we also have the Black Shark V3 Pro, which is the fastest pro-grade wireless headset available to players. So it really is, we like to call it the Razer advantage, where nothing in your equipment holds you back, and it really is just the limit of your performance and can be as fast as you can.
So you can't blame it on, oh, my mouse got disconnected. It's all you.
Yeah, when you use us, it really boils down to a skill issue, sadly. Then on the flip side, we have an immersive setup. We actually partnered with the awesome folks over at IO Interactive to integrate our haptics ecosystem into James Bond. So you can quite literally feel like James Bond as you're playing the game. And if you're watching this right now, you could go to Razer's official Discord to learn about a giveaway that we're doing with IO Interactive. You could win a brand new 5090 Razer Blade laptop in the 007 skin, along with a Core X V2 eGPU, a laptop cooling pad, and a mouse, all branded in 007 stuff. We're giving that away. Just go to our official Discord and you can learn more.
I saw like 6 people pull out their phones.
I saw like one guy.
Hey,
I saw like the guy in front nodding. Yeah.
So guys, definitely make sure to go to the Discord to check out that giveaway. I am sold. I'm actually, if you're okay, I'm going to steal this.
That's yours, man.
Keep it for my home setup. Colby, thank you so much for joining me here at IGN Live. Seriously, everybody here needs one of these in their life. Thank you for being here at IGN Live. Run, don't walk, as the Razer Viper V4 Pro is in stores right now. We've got tons more IGN Live ahead, so stick around.